Today's topic for the Dharma talk is restlessness and the First Noble Truth. Um, I found this on Access to Insight regarding the First Noble Truth, something that the Buddha said. Now, this, monks, is the noble truth of dukkha. Birth is dukkha, aging is dukkha, death is dukkha. Sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair are dukkha. Association with the unbeloved is dukkha. Separation from the loved is dukkha. Not getting what is wanted is dukkha. In short, the five clinging aggregates are dukkha. Birth, aging, death, unsatisfactoriness, being with the unloved, being away from the loved. And here it is. It's around the anniversary of the last time I gave a Dharma talk in person to the Sangha at the library. And I'm feeling that a bit. I'm feeling some craving and some clinging. Craving because I really want us to all be together again, sitting in a circle, and clinging to the memory of the last time we did that. And certainly there is the promised future of a time when we'll be able to gather again and sit together again without masks, and to hug each other and shake hands and touch surfaces like doorknobs and elevator buttons, and not have to be concerned about whether or not we're going to get a life-threatening illness as a result of those touches that we used to take for granted. And so that's the kind of craving for the future, and that other dukkha, wanting a future that isn't here yet and may indeed never come. And it varies. And that's when I feel there's this sense of restlessness in my body. And I've talked around restlessness a lot in my previous Dharma talks, and a little bit about restlessness. And so this is a bit more about restlessness today. Restlessness is one of the hindrances. It is the fourth of the five hindrances. And in Pali, I just read about this and learned that there are two halves to restlessness. One half is Uddhacca, and the other half is Kukkacca. Just saying that makes me want to crack up. Uddhacca is disquietude and agitation, distraction. And in the body, it's an inability to get still. It's the fidgetiness. You kind of can't settle into your seat and you just want to wiggle around. And that incessant talk radio in the head that just won't let you settle into your seat and the meditation and the quiet. You just can't find that quiet. Kukkacca is worrying. It's the agitated thoughts about what I didn't do or how I didn't do it right, and I want to get a do-over so I can do it again because now I've thought it through and I realized what's the right way to do it. So it's think Kukkacca is thinking about the past and ruminating about it and not being able to find your seat because these thoughts are just assailing you. And I found this, I have this app on my phone. It's called We Croak, and it sends you 5 quotations a day, reminding you that you're going to die. And here is one that came up last week from Ursula K. Le Guin. The only thing that makes life possible is permanent, intolerable uncertainty, not knowing what comes next. And I find myself in that place now of not knowing what's going to come next. I've been vaccinated, but does that mean that I'm not going to get COVID? Or if I do get COVID, is it going to be so mild that I might not even know I have it? Could I transmit it to others because I don't even have that awareness? And so, and then when are we all going to get back together? When am I going to hug Lee again? When am I going to get to smile in person at folks and take a walk with Melanie and Mo at Edgewood Park? When do we get to do the things that we most enjoy? And so that's that other piece of uncertain of dukkha, wanting what I don't have, not being able to settle into where I am and find some rest in the present moment. And so what the beauty of all of Booker's teachings is that she teaches us how to be in our bodies. And for me, that's a way to navigate the restlessness of and my fidgetiness around the uncertainty. An embodied practice, one piece is learning how to be with the breath and to experience every part of the breathing in and the breathing out, to concentrate and to immerse myself in the breathing in and the breathing out, and to find some rest and some refuge in the breath. And being with the sensations in the body can also help me to navigate the restlessness. It's kind of like surfing. Instead of my saying to myself, I want to get rid of the restlessness, because quite honestly, it doesn't leave. It's learning to be with it and to surf the ups and the downs and learning how to stay on my surfboard no matter which twists and turns and whatever the waves send me, staying on my board, staying with that attentiveness and asking myself, how can I make restlessness my teacher? So instead of pushing it away, inviting restlessness, kind of like Mara, Anatta, and when he's telling the Buddha, oh, Buddha, Mara's back. And the Buddha says, sure, come in, Mara. Sit down, have a cup of tea. Giving restlessness that invitation to be here with me and to say, restlessness, I accept that you are my teacher. And last month when I gave my Dharma talk, I felt it was the worst talk I ever gave. Um, and that was because I wasn't allowing myself to be with the restlessness that I was experiencing because there was a lot of energy in my body and a lot of fear in my body. And um, my fear about recognizing the trauma that I felt because of what happened on January 6th at the US Capitol. What happened on the 6th resonated to a teenage experience that I had in high school when I watched from my math class someone who I knew and would sit at lunch with be beaten by a group of white men with baseball bats. And I didn't give myself the gift of, I see here this suffering that is in my body, because this is a body memory for me, and allow myself some spaciousness to let my teenage self tell me about this memory that's in my body and what it means, and bring that loving kindness from the meditation, where I bring that teenage part of myself forward and I offer myself loving kindness and I hold myself with that compassion. And in that wisdom and compassion, I'm able to listen to that body memory tell me what's coming up. And that is what I'm learning through the practice, through being with, rather than pushing away, because the restlessness is all about the pushing it away. And if there's a silver lining, if there's a gift in the pandemic, then the gift is that I've seen so many other folks give Dharma talks, and I've sat with so many other groups through all these different situations that we've been in the last 10 months, that it's helped me to navigate the restlessness and the memories that are in my body. Healing our suffering is an art. If we know how to suffer, we suffer much less. And we're no longer afraid of being overwhelmed by the suffering inside. Instead, we should fear not knowing how to handle our own suffering. Thich Nhat Hanh.